And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Terra Invicta as the initiative on patch 1.0.26 on the run, started on release candidate 6. Last part, we just drove the aliens off the planet. We got ships building at Mercury to go reinforce the garrison at... No. Not building Mercury to reinforce the garrison. Flying to Mars to reinforce the garrison. So these guys will arrive in about 63.5 days, at which point I think we're going to go pretty hostile to the remaining human factions and basically take over Mercury and Mars in quick order, and then try to build up a bunch of space presence from there, and take the last point in China, for example. Okay. Stabilizing you. We want those both to stay. Actually, arguably at point 2, you are stable enough. Is Russia looking? Okay, so we probably want to pull you off to do EU.
At your service. We'll restore peace to this nation.
Yeah, we're trying to raise the cohesion here as quickly as we can. Lowering the unrest will... Well, it won't technically help that, but what is it instead for other things? Okay. Unification is available to Jordan. Okay, so let's take the last one. Last unassigned counselor here.
Heading to the capital.
Oops. Oh, that respects this person's the better stabilizer.
We'll restore
And we'll
peace
go
to this
merge
nation.
Jordan into the Caliphate. Confirm assignments. Time pass. Azerbaijan is attempting to stop our attack. Oops. I did not account for the fact that they might have nuclear weapons. Just lost a few armies there. They only had the one strike, so they're still a goner.
I will help them.
Okay. And then we're going to send the rest of these to hunt xenoforms, I think. Because even though in theory we've got this mechanic where we can take control of them by fighting them, I don't think it's worth actually using that mechanic. Or, at least to the degree that it is worth using, it's probably worth just grabbing guys and throwing them at hostile territory. Like we're going to throw this one at Turkey. Just grab them, throw them out of our territory, because I don't want to have the... don't want to spend the time microing the armies to keep them on top of the alien megafauna to keep them from damaging stuff.
Order is returning.
Things are stabilizing.
Things are stabilizing.
Whoops. Oh, I need to move against securing Iraq again. Otherwise they might try to flip that back to the servants. Or servants might try to flip that back over to the aliens.
Policy direction complete.
Yeah, there was cohesion, but that's fine. That's why we're improving welfare there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to roll back into Iraq fairly quickly. They're in the Federations, they won't be able to screw around with it too much in the meantime.
Removing our enemies. We'll make things safe.
Acknowledged.
As far as we're aware, there's only one alien structure left on the planet. Let's go ahead and destroy it. That'll stop the aliens, in theory, from respawning on Earth. Although the aliens might have other places. We're following a servant, but yet we can't... We don't have enough intel to turn him, do we? No, we don't have enough intel yet. Okay, so we do need to keep following him.
Reporting in.
I'll send you to do the second purge in Iraq.
Terminating the opposition.
Choke done in 4 days. That's good. We'll double check. Well, that'll show us whether that's the last one or the second last one, as far as the main quest line.
Offering support.
Choke point. We've completed the choke point. Further studies of the Hydra wormhole confirms that it's closely followed the rules first set down by Homer G. Ellis in his 1969 drain hole theory. Okay.
Whoever controls this wormhole controls the future of humanity.
We've completed the research in the alien choke point objective. The wormhole, or the Ellis drain hole, our researchers have classified as an impressive feat of engineering. Fortunately, our intelligence sources have learned that certain human factions have quite different plans for the wormhole. The self-styled resistance want not only to shut it down, but destroyed. Compromise seems unlikely. Prepare to enslave the masters. Okay, so this is the last one, I'm pretty sure. So we need means to end the choke point and the parasite mastery. We now have all that we need. Our research into the mechanics of the Hydra wormhole have confirmed that a small team should be able to pass through it to the Hydras and beyond. Once there, they will deploy the Neo-Ferricides to Suborn, the local Hydras, who will be recruited to our cause. These Hydras will spread our Neo-Ferricides to other Hydras and so on. Essentially, we will execute the same plan upon the Hydra as they had hoped to execute upon us. Many of our members consider this symmetry to be an amusingly ironic. In parallel with this, the term has come to make some permanent decisions concerning other human factions. While a minority may be willing to accept our rollout of the Neo-Ferricides, it seems probable the majority will not. Research of Prepare the Enslave the Masters project when it becomes available. Yes. So that next one I think will end everyone willing to accept non-aggression pact with us. Ooh, ships build faster. Yeah, we'll start on this one while we're waiting for that one to pop up.
We've got some intel on our target.
Loyalty of 16. We may still be able to turn them. It won't be easy.
Things are cooling off.
Twitch chat said, "Hey, I saw this game came out recently and have great reviews. So what game would you compare it to? Because I have no idea what it really is." And then no problem for the caps. How best to describe this? So this is a game. If you've heard of the Long War mod for XCOM mod, the Long War mod for XCOM. This is made by people from that dev team. There we go. There's enslave the masters, which we're going to want. Oh, no, it plus 10 to purge is really nice.
Target destroyed.
So it's sort of the same sort of concept. So it's sort of a hard-ish sci-fi game, or what would you do, or what humanity might respond to a alien contact scenario where the aliens are trying to do sort of a subterfuge takeover of humanity, right? So the aliens in this setting don't believe in basic weapons of mass destruction. And they're basically paranoid because they recognize that humanity knows what weapons of mass destruction are, and they, having been on the receiving end of weapons of mass destruction before, basically want to enslave humanity to prevent them from developing or using weapons of mass destruction on the aliens, sort of thing.
Our people have taken control.
Our people have taken control.
So I don't necessarily know what I would compare it to in gameplay. The gameplay early on sort of starts off like a sort of a secret society sim, where you're one of 7 human factions trying to sort of secret society your way around the Earth to gain control of the resources you need to achieve your goals with how to respond to the aliens. Once you get into space, it's sort of this possible real time of having spaceships travel around the solar system. So right now I'm looking at Earth. If we zoom out, we can see more of the solar system. So we've got Earth. We got all the satellites stations we built up around Earth. As we zoom out, again, there's the moon. There's hundreds of solar bodies. Mercury, Mars, Venus. We've got mining colonies on both Mercury and Mars, and out in the asteroid belt. The alien main base is probably this one, out in the Oort cloud, this rocky planetoid. So it is very much a... In the long run, you're going to have to come out into space. When you're not actively doing... And a lot of the space, because it's sort of hard science, a lot of the space burning, the ships burning around space, take a long time to get places. To go from Mercury to Mars, for example, we've got this fleet here moving from Mercury to Mars, is going to take it about 20 weeks to do that transit. And that gets even bigger as you go out into the farther outer systems. So it's a little bit hard to compare it to any one game because it's got a couple different gameplay layers, right? We've got the Earth down here, which is a very different game than, say, XCOM, because it's sort of the secret society simulator game level, where you don't play as individual countries, you play as one of the human factions, sort of united around some sort of goal with dealing with the aliens. Up in space, it's sort of... You're sending fleets around to engage aliens, engage stations, control space resources, which is an entirely different type of game, even though you're obviously doing both at the same time. From a storytelling standpoint, it's sort of like XCOM. Like, it's sort of how would humanity respond to a hostile alien contact, and how you go about trying to get back to responding to them. Now, I wouldn't necessarily describe it as Master of Orion, because I don't think Master of Orion has detailed orbital mechanics in play. And it's real-time space battles. So once you get fleet on fleet space battles, those are actual battles, where you have sort of, well, granted, I suppose currently I have the default settings on, which is cinematic version of it, but it's hard science maneuvering of the ships as they shoot at each other, whether it's missiles or plasma or lasers or whatever. Okay, working on alien robotics. I think I want to finish up alien robotics before we work on that major project. I don't want the counselors to do. We need one of them to take the last point back in Iraq.
Terminating the opposition.
I don't need to spoil Iraq. Although I probably do want to get as much progress we can on the mission control. Maybe the environment at the same time. Yeah, something like that.
Ready.
Could demand some claims, but that's not what we want to do. It's the cooldown. A little bit hard to see the cooldowns here. Oh, actually, I suppose we could grab my armies and we can invade Israel. That might make sense. Okay. Grab a bunch of these armies and send them over to Israel. I think 5 should be enough. Might need to give them some time to heal up after they get there. Oh, you're Republic of China. You don't have... China is missing some allies. Yeah, I think 5 of these armies should be enough to add Israel to the Caliphate. And then what else do we need you to do? Stable, reasonably stable, reasonably stable. Could probably do a little bit more Republic of China. Stabilizing.
We'll make things safe.
And we got rid of the base in Iraq.
Ready
Only want to
for
be public
orders.
campaigning in Iraq a little more.
We'll make our appeal.
Lending my expertise.
Person of interest surveyed.
Investigate counselor mission success. I'll just do repeats so we know where they are. I probably could have tried to turn attempt on them.
Things are cooling off.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Violence is abating.
Here we go. Fleet has arrived at low Mars orbit. Probably set up to doing refueling. Okay. Send that captured alien megafauna. What are the neighboring countries? Save that one.
We are in control now.
Back in control of Iraq. Fully back in control of Iraq. Yeah, let's go. Alien robotics is complete. Most notably, 5% quicker shipbuilding. Have I played Star Wars Rebellion or Star Wars Rebellion? I think I have. Not quite. Star Wars Rebellion, I don't think quite has the hard sort of sci-fi space battles that you would have in this. And the there's definitely different ways you could describe various different bits of this game. And depending on how you describe the bits, you could sort of make a collage of games into this game. Is probably how I would describe it. No one game is a really good match onto it. Yeah, we're gonna get Enslave the Masters done here, which is probably gonna piss off a couple factions. Well, it's gonna piss off the only faction that's still vaguely friendly with us. They're back in Iraq. Yeah. Got a 9% base, although we can kick that to 72. 72 is probably good
We'll
enough.
bring them to our side.
Where do you need me?
In the meantime, let's have you pop in, purge them back out of Iraq.
Terminating the opposition.
I'm here.
What's the op?
Yeah, let's stable enough for the moment. Let's pull
Acknowledged.
Standing
this
by.
one. You would defend interest, they're just a little less likely to take
Securing our
Iraq back.
interests.
I think it's due to a lingering amount of productions from the aliens. Okay, let's go through our counselors and spend augment points, XP. Your camp for your camp for persuasion, so it's investigate or science or security. We'll grab you investigate. Command capped. You are not command capped. Now you're command capped. You're gonna want command. You don't have the XP. You've got declining, so you need double XP for it. Same there. Okay.
Protecting our interests.
Offering counsel.
We've gained an agent.
Gained an agent. Okay.
Ready to
That should give us a lot of info on if there's other alien structures. And there are. So there's one in Milan, Damascus, a bunch of different places. Okay, so we're gonna go burn all these places out. Or risk the aliens coming back.
We've moved the needle.
Order is returning.
Our associates are now in charge.
Sunflowering. We'll take the research.
Ready.
Sounds like I just tried to assassinate them. 89% chance. Crank that up to, let's say, 96. Yeah.
Taking them down.
You go poof.
Standing by.
Meantime, you're going to be dealing with alien structures, because there's a bunch of new alien structures we know about.
Going in hot.
Ready for orders. We're going in.
Okay. Next drive is going to be completed soon. Okay. Oh, we haven't declared war yet. I'll just give it another agent cycle. And 7th of April, okay. Confirming assignments.
I will
I'm
help
gonna wait until
them.
that drive is done, then we'll do a redesign. Oh, that agent went quick. So I haven't worked across the border to protect our territory. I guess our antimatter plasma core torch. This should be a better drive than our current existing antimatter one. Okay. And then let's do some ship redesign. Let's redesign block 5 here with the new drive. Let's see how faster it makes it. So, right now we're running 40 kps on the pulsed plasma. Swap over to the antimatter plasma core torch. It gives us 92, or it could probably pull some of the tanks off. I think we'll go down to 60, pull some of the tanks off. Yeah. 31 tanks, 6 drives. This is getting us 1.4 combat Gs, which is probably more than we need. These are basically line ships, so save that design. We'll see how that compares against the existing one. So 5e6. We're getting better crews and better combat Gs. Okay, so we're jumping from... Oh, and this is because we've tossed more armor, so it's less maneuverable because of the more armor. That's fair. These are going to be really good for fighting. Got 50% more Delta V, 2.4 times more acceleration. So yeah, I think that's worth doing. These guys are obsolete. Do need to still save up the noble metals to build these. These cost 700-ish noble metals each. Anyway, we're going to start working towards effectively the next generation drive as soon as we're done with that, which is this. This is the power plant for it. And then the advanced antimatter plasma core torch is the drive, next generation drive.
Target eliminated.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Things are cooling off.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Okay, another alien facility destroyed. Does remove some of the abductions, making it a little bit less effective for
Five
aliens
and
to do stuff. So, it says it found evidence. This, for gameplay purposes, this has removed 3 alien abductions. I think it removes about 20% of the abductions in the area. Okay, can we get you to turn another servant counselor? Yeah.
They'll be working for us soon.
Ready for my mission.
And then I need someone to have the Caliphate declare war
Heading to the
on
capital.
Israel.
Acknowledged.
Oh, and I think we're still gonna have... You're my main alien hunter, so let's send you after... The life forms is tempting, but I think we're gonna keep going after the structures.
Taking it to them.
Okay. Yeah, 28th of October, we're gonna have Enslave the Masters, and I think the Resistance will break the non-aggression pact with us at that point.
Offering support.
Mission abort.
Guess they did a go-to-ground mission. Oops, forgot. Should probably move that to neighboring unfriendly territory. So in your case, you can just go rolling into North Korea.
The people will come to our side.
Things are stabilizing.
Mission complete.
Their war on Israel. Now, this is one of those... This is sort of conspiracy, secret cult, gameplay, evil bank manager gameplay, where we control both sides of this war. We control the Caliphate and we control Israel. So even though Israel is nuclear armed in IRL, this would be a dumb idea to invade Israel when it's got bombs, when it's got the bomb. This is going to be a trivial war because it's Israel. We're sending 5 armies in against one tiny region. And the bombs aren't going to get used because we control Israel.
Well, that is secure.
Oh, there's the progress bar. So you can see the progress bar over there to occupy the region. Getting less progress than I was actually expecting. Although we haven't necessarily been in there very long.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
What's the op? Heading to the LZ.
Ready. Gear up.
Where
Well, I
do you need-
suppose... Do we want to send you to find another servant? We still know where one servant is. Yeah, okay, so I should send you after the servant.
We'll see what they're up to.
Where to?
Ready to go.
Okay, now the alien megafauna under our control. Yeah, don't mind if it causes problems in Brazil. We'll just march it into Brazil.
Offering assistance.
Panic. So I can get a bunch of money and influence. Lowers the cohesion in China. Raises the unrest in China. Let's give it a big public opinion boost in China if we would do that. Although I probably don't need the public opinion boost in China. Yeah, I could probably do it the public opinion boost in China. Or can lower its democracy. Oh, the cohesion's improving. We'll take the cohesion hit right now. Get the money and the influence. Thinking about the influence, I got
Surveillance
a
complete.
bunch banked. Let's direct invest that into India. Funding in India. Advanced chemical rockets has been sold. Okay. That means one of our guys isn't sufficiently well hidden.
Violence is abating.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Nope, that's the wrong one. Select this one. You, I want you to also go to Oral, Switzerland.
By the numbers.
Destroyed 8 abductions there. Okay.
Score one for the
There's 9 there. Yeah, so we can see a couple places where the aliens have been running amok for quite a while. From the Baghdad region. Send you... probably to Syria for the moment. Here we go. Gale Flight has taken control of Tel Aviv from Israel. Israel will retain a claim on the region. The people of the region are hostile to the new nation and will cause cohesion and unrest problems unless addressed by priority spending, which is, I believe, government and unity put together. Maybe an argument to invest more in government and unity. Yeah, we're probably looking at wanting to invest more in government and unity. Okay. Moment while we're trying to stabilize that, let's pull back those. Run that mix. It's going to cost 250 investment points in either Unity or Government, I believe, to fix that. Doesn't tell me in game, of course. No, it'll tell me what I need to do. But won't tell me that's 250 points. Government or unit priorities can remove the status. Yeah, sufficient investment. I believe sufficient there is 250.
Acknowledged.
Oh, I guess if I got enough info on them, I'll turn one of them as well.
We'll bring them to our side.
Not quite the ideal two. The ideal
What's
two would
the
be the
op?
Protectorate and the Servants, but we know where an Academy person is. We'll turn an Academy person.
Heading to the LZ.
The Gale fight should end in a turn. Or in a day. That's actually making it tempting. I think that's going to give us unification with Iran. As soon as the turn rolls over. Or as soon as the day rolls over. And we need 26 days for Iraq.
Ready.
Let's do a set national policy
On
there.
my way to the capital.
Confirm assignments, let some time pass. Says a bunch more claims for the Greater Kale fight. In the meantime, it is simply to go something like Greater India or Pan Asian Combine. Although I am having complete issues with both of them, so less of a rush on either of those. Your presentment is... No, I think we're hold off on those. Oh, this is 5% of the government. Yeah, let's get these cheaper ones going. Because we need to fix government in a bunch of places. Particularly in India, we need to be up to 2.9 to peacefully do Nepal and Bengal. And even higher to do Bhutan. Gale plan is deploy the Union Defense Force to Dubai. Okay. You know, policy-wise, you know, have Federation in Tajikistan. That was not what I was expecting. Expecting to have... Don't you have claims on all of Iran now? No. I must be thinking about the next one up. Okay, we're just about to waste a mission. That's fine.
Lending my expertise.
Person of interest surveilled.
In the Minsk region. Yeah, probably send you over into Romania.
We now have a spy in their ranks.
You now got a spy in the Academy ranks.
Sabotage.
And that's the one that gives the claims on Iran's regions. Isfahan, yeah, Isfahan. And then Tehran, I believe, is their capital. Tehran, okay. Although that will be a hostile claim, so we might not be able to peacefully integrate Iran into the scale a fight. Okay.
Things are cooling off.
Breakthrough. This event in particular is one of the reasons you'll see in a lot of my territories we have knowledge at 20%. As this is a prerequisite for this event. So we're getting just short of 5,000 research, and I can invest in economy, knowledge, significant public opinion boost around the world, or military. We're going to do public opinion boost because this ended up firing in Micronesia, which is probably a nation that I have so infrequently clicked on you probably don't realize I control. Control tiny little Micronesia down here. Which is mostly working on knowledge, welfare, and economy. And then whenever the sustainability improvements occur, it works on environment as well. This is Singapore, basically doing the same. We're getting more boost in Singapore because Singapore is a little bit better for boost. We're getting almost 40 boost from Singapore alone. Monthly boost. I actually want to do a space program at some point in Malaysia States. In the meantime, thinking about it, we do have 27 boost. Let's go through our Earth Habs and try to upgrade and get some more control points up there. Not that I necessarily need it or not, but initiative. So you've got the current admin complex, yes. You've got an admin complex. You've got a admin tower, which eats 4. We can pay 8 of our 27 surplus to upgrade you. And I think you'll need a solar panel as well to work. That should be enough power, yeah. Again, another 8 of our... Well, this was 27. It went down a little bit because we're not paying for... Upgrade you. And we'll need another solar panel here as well. And we can do it in one more place. This is intermediate Earth orbit, so this is not one of the places we care about. This one will work. Upgrade you, and we need another solar panel. Yeah. That'll get us a little bit more mission control. That'll also get us more control points down here on Earth.
Mission complete.
Good Federation Jisan, we're not going to. I could demand claim. And given the fact that we're not necessarily going to be able to peacefully take over Iran, that might be the way to go. So what are we thinking about? That's a flag, that's a red flag. The region is Aviz. Not on the list here. This is asking stuff from India, which we don't want. Although we could do that if we were really trying desperate to stabilize India. Well, I guess that's... Oh, because were we still in cooldown or something with... Well, actually should be able to do that. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's a hostile claim and I'm misinterpreting it. Okay. In which case we're going to just cancel here. Here we're waiting on the executive control, which is 12 days. So we'll do that again in 12 days, just to add Iraq in.
Let's go on for the good guys.
Okay. Oh, I have government unity up so high because we're trying to remove the hostile claim. That makes sense.
I'm here. Taking it to them.
Ready for my mission.
Okay, you're still trying to get enough info on them. Usually don't have enough info. Yeah.
Ready for orders. Reporting in.
Okay, now that these guys can attack
Standing
the
by for
alien
orders.
stuff, although they can work on stabilizing, destabilizing, public campaigning, you can do crackdown as well. Yeah, we probably want a public campaign in Syria. In prelude to going for there next.
Telling our story.
Although it's probably delayed enough, I can do national policy.
Time to make
to merge
our
Iraq
move.
in.
At your service.
You're hunting alien bases, obviously.
Taking it to them.
Your orders? I will try to sway the public.
18th of September. See if we can get to the 18th of September here. Oh, lost our asset. Okay. Officer's gun sight. While participating in targeted simulations, Marine officers suggested the idea to improve the efficiency of ships' weapons in combat. Shipboard lasers do 1% bonus damage, particle weapons do 1% bonus damage, magnetic weapons do 1% bonus damage, or missiles. Well, our main ships use laser weapons. We'll take the laser weapon damage.
Offering support.
We've got some intel on our target.
We've moved the needle.
Mission complete.
Unification with Iraq.
The LZ is secure.
Target destroyed.
August, September, yeah, so 2 more cycles out. We should have Enslave the Masters done. We're saving up for fleet, well, next fleet to go out to Jupiter, which probably will sort of honeypot all in the aliens one after another. Yeah, so in your case, you're actually science or security. We're probably just going to do science on you. Are you command maxed? Yes. So you're investigate. I think we've almost got rid of all the structures, although it may be that we're just not successfully tracking, not discovering the rest of them.
We're going in.
Reporting in. I'll make an offer they can't refuse.
Make an offer they can't refuse.
Applying pressure on their people.
Yoders? Gear up.
Okay.
Standing by.
About a third person to attack. We
What
probably
we
got the
got?
last one as well. Army silence, let's time pass.
Offering counsel.
We now have a spy in their ranks.
Okay. That may reveal to us, yeah, some more alien bases, although it only revealed
I'm
one,
ready to
which is
sabotage
probably
the
an
mission.
indication the aliens are starting to run out of steam on Earth.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've hit them where it hurts.
Target secure.
Target secure.
Well, if they keep building them, we'll keep blowing them up. They're a better source of exotics than the alien fleets. We've completed Enslave the Masters project. Following careful strategizing, wargaming, every potential eventuality, it would seem that our plan to subjugate the Hydra requires a three-pronged assault of sorts. First, we require a means of producing the synthetic parasites at scale. Secondly, we need a hand-picked, carefully vetted team whom we can depend upon fearlessly voyage through the wormhole and face unimaginable dangers with no certainty of return. Third, we had to make difficult decisions about the fate of other major human factions. Who should join us, who should be placated, and who must, for the greater good, be destroyed outright. The first two of these have been successfully achieved. The third must now be enacted in tandem with their final assault against the Hydra. Fulfill objectives. Prepare to enslave the Masters. Our control point manager increases by 120, so we control a lot more of Earth. Public campaign missions now are 25% greater impact on national public opinion. We gain plus 10 to purge, making it much easier to get other factions out of places. Our work has spun off a new organization, the Parasite Masters, which is our faction pool and may be assigned to a counselor.
We have reached the point of no return.
We've reached the point of no return. We have completed the Prepare the Enslave the Master objective. Our Hydra infiltration teams have assembled. The process is straightforward, requiring only the development of some more advanced, man-portable macrofabricators. Should be able to mass-produce neoparasites out of the materials available on the other side of the wormhole. Planning for the other factions and sub-factions has proven more complex. At present, our best fit solutions are as follows. Humanity first. While we have a certain reflexive hostility towards private corporations, the prospect of taking over the Hydras as they attempt to do us appears to appeal to the HF rank and file. As such, we anticipate that significant fraction of the HF will be amenable to joining us. The Resistance. This faction appears devoted to both destroying the Hydra wormhole and maintaining a traditionalist power structure in Earth governance. As such, despite their opposition to the Hydra, it appears they must be liquidated. Project Exodus. While the obsession with building a colony ship is somewhat ridiculous, it does at least show vision. The prospect of interstellar civilization may function in the future as a useful safety valve for redirecting problematic elements among the Earth population. They are the most corporate-friendly of all the factions. A negotiation settlement should be viable. The Academy has consistently treated us with hostility, declaring on multiple occasions that we are no better than the Hydras. They appear entirely intractable, not to mention woefully naive. We recommend they be liquidated. The Protectorate. The core membership of the faction appears to consist of ideologues. However, it would appear that many others have been attracted by the faction by the prospect of exercising power over a subservient class. The ideologues should be liquidated, but the more cynical members should make predictable if limited employees. Their entire ideology for the servants is based around a fanatical religious devotion to the alien supremacy, liquidation without exception. Yes, the servants are an issue. New objective. The Earth is not enough. We have assembled all we need to execute a hostile takeover not only of the Hydra invasion force, but of the Hydra Empire itself. The wormhole is key. Deploying our infiltration team to the Hydra wormhole base and send them through to the Hydra homeworld and complete our conquest. Have our counselor assigned to the Parasite Masters org target the alien wormhole module on their primary Kuiper Belt base with a tame the enemy mission. To launch the counselor mission to win the game, we must fulfill the following goals to ensure our victory. Our faction must control nations with at least 60% Earth GDP. We control a nation when we have the executive control point and no more than half of all control points in the nation. Our current value here is 51%. So we're getting pretty close. We've got basically half the world's GDP under our control. Have a fully built surface base with all modules at least tier 3 and powered and active in the following planetary systems. The primary or any of its moons. Mercury, Earth, Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn. We have all those incomplete. Most of my HABs aren't using full tier 3s. That's not implausible to do. Destroy all fleets with a combat strength of 4,000 and greater, not belonging to our faction. This is apparently... We're very hostile, it's just we're claiming space. Space is ours. At this point, only Victor 1174 meets that requirement. That is an alien fleet. There is one alien fleet that meets that requirement. Aliens aren't doing particularly hot this game. So I suspect when we do Vector out towards Jupiter, this will probably sally to try to stop us. At that point, there won't really be any significant alien resistance, although we do need to go everywhere. We need to do this. This is actually probably what's going to take a while, is getting tier 3 stuff everywhere. And then we need to destroy all the alien bases of tier 3 and greater in Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, which we've done. We've driven the aliens back to at least Jupiter. Well, at least back to the asteroid belt. So they've still got a station out at Ceres. I think it's just the one at Ceres. Io at Jupiter. They have quite a few bases at Saturn. They have 2 bases at Uranus, 1 at Neptune, and we're probably going to destroy the minor bases as well. They probably have various minor bases. And then we need to destroy all tier 3 bases out in the Oort cloud, except for the one we have to invade, which was just the 2 out there. So this is the final objectives. The big one here on Earth is we need to control 60% of the Earth's GDP. Let's pop to the tech law window because that was our tech completing. Look at the defoliants here. Okay. So I'm expecting we're going to unpause here. We're going to have the resistance tell us we're no longer friends. We're not. Relations. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that broke the non-aggression pact. We got no non-aggression pact with the resistance anymore. That means it is time to begin liquidating them from various locations, such as China. It's time to get them out of China. Not quite high enough in India yet to do the unification. Simplify our command structure.
Where do you need me?
Got a 9% chance in China. Get up to 73, which is raw
We're
purge.
taking power.
Although we will come in and do a
Ready to go.
proactive crackdown as well to... Oh, apparently the crackdown is pretty hard to do. I guess we're just going to do a brute
I'm
force
here.
purge, which apparently is... Like, that's not terrible. 73% in China? Yeah, that's not bad.
Terminating the opposition.
I might, to make sure that that
Reporting in.
happens, do to...
Removing our enemies.
So if the first one succeeds, we'll just cancel the second one, is what will happen. That'll give us, I think, our influence back. And then how's America going? Oh, America. Mostly controlled by them. We'll have to public campaign before we start purging in America. America's not as badly damaged as I was expected to be. Still a flawed democracy.
Ready to go. Work in the public.
Ready for my mission.
You're going to keep attacking alien structures.
Going in hot.
Reporting in.
Yeah, at this point with the +10 bonus, I think we just come in fairly hot for these places to purge them.
Targeting
Maybe
the
don't need a public
opposition.
campaign if it's not some big place like America. Okay, so we're gonna run more council cycles here, and we're gonna start unleashing our retributions. Confirm assignments, and then we have ships that have tasks. At Mercury, or no, this is Mars. Mars, you're gonna assault Hab. .3 days. At Mercury, we're at extreme Mercury, so we need to descend to low Mercury. Arrive in 12.1 hours.
I will help them.
Time to take some Habs. Oh, we might need to expand the acquisition fleet here. 20% chance of success. I would like a little bit higher odds. So let's grab 2 more Senegal Block 2 class monitors. Or three more at Mercury and 3... Well, what are we getting at Mars? I'm not sure how many shipyards I have at Mars. Three Spaceworks. 52 days at Spaceworks isn't too bad. Promptly lose our asset. Successfully stormed that base. Presumably want to bring the mine back online. We pretty leveled the base during the invasion, apparently. We do have pretty good solar capacity, so we can dump a solar farm here. That's enough to bring the mining colony online. The LDA probably wants to be upgraded. That'll be enough to bring the LDA online and the mine. Those are the only intact modules, and those are the only modules I care about for the moment, so that'll be fine. Kept to the base on Mercury. The mine is intact and functioning with power. That's good to see. We've got a couple nanofactories here. We'll keep them for the moment. We're still getting net nobles here. We're getting 30 net noble. We're getting 27 net a month. Nanofactories are eating 1 each. Power is stable. Everything is operational here, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Other than... No, I'll build a new instead of upgrading the existing one. New battle station. We probably want another solar panel to make that work. And upgrade the farm. There we go. Yeah, that's power. It's 444 power. Positive. That'll be fine. Okay, Mars acquisition fleet. Please continue acquisitions. 58% is probably a little bit of a stretch, but you're going to do it anyway. If you fail, we'll wait until the next patch comes in. Or actually, I'll probably ship you back to the shipyard for upgrade. Okay, you need to go back to the shipyard because 3% is not good enough. Okay, we repaired you down to low Mercury. See if we got a little bit better odds that you've repaired. %. We'll roll a 16%, but we might have to wait the 52 days or so.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Base captured. The mine is intact and currently operational. Is there anything else we want to do here? Not really. We probably want to dump a functional battle station in here. And it has enough power to work that for the moment, so that's good. Close enough. The Martian fleet probably doesn't want to go for repair at least before it tries to take more over. It gets you up to 40, or no, 63. Take a 63. Initial assault on Black Hawk base repelled. Initial Marines from India 391 have launched an assault and have failed. Okay, so yeah, you need to wait until you get reinforcements. The reinforcements will be up in 52 days, although given the fact that we're over an hour, that will be in the next stream when that is the case. We are in the end game here. We're basically going to clean up all the mines in Mercury and Mars orbits, so we can get a lot more nobles income in particular. It'll also provide a decent mix. The defoliants are done. That'll help with dealing with xenoforming and reduce a little bit of the spam with the megafauna. Even though we technically have the ability to take control of them, I don't want to have to babysit them in the armies. I need to do some more facility defense. I'll have to look up where those are in the tree. I suppose I can move a lot of that stuff off planet if I'm desperate for it. Okay, we did take over another base. Is the mine operational? No. Rebuild the mine. We've got enough power to operate the mine, but we're going to upgrade you, which means we then don't have enough power. So we'll dump another solar farm into power. That gets us power positive. Let's, at the same time, let's take the command center upgrade. That'll cost us a bunch of money, but we can work that. Okay, that'll be fine.
Well, that is secure.
Global ambition is complete. Any of the ones I want in there? Decolonization, autonomy movements, no. Project review, no. I may need Foundry because one of our requirements is we need all the modules in the HAB level 3 and full. So I probably want Foundry at some point. Probably want like one Foundry per area. So I guess that means I should do the Foundry. That makes sense. Ah, there's Sabotage Project. So let's favorite the Foundry because we need that later. And then Sabotage. Oh no, this is tech. I'm not worried about the tech one. I'm worried about the sites. Sabotage sites. You know, we'll favor that. I should probably be putting flag bridges on your ships going forward at some point. Oh, I should grab that. Ecological investments. Doing quite a bit of that. Oh, might want to do salvage bay. Let's favorite that. Radiators. I think it's the Dusty Plasma is one of the radiators we probably might want. Oh, yeah, we should probably do that. We're not really fighting the aliens that much, but Built alien space asset. Terrorize, yeah, we're not too worried about the terrorize missions. Bootstrap, so we want to do more space programs, although maybe don't need that. We get the right combo on the Federations. Here, DCM, damage control. Interesting. I'm not seeing any good indication for places I can get security of our Earth systems. And I don't think I would have obsoleted any of that. Sabotage facilities is what we're looking for, yeah. Sabotage facilities. So we've completed that one. And the other one's contraband, which you've done. Okay, so there's nothing I can do more to protect our stuff. So it's a little annoying, but that is what it is. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and pick up Sandry. And yeah, we're coming up an hour and a half of what was supposed to be an hour-long bit. Recent transactions left our pool of unassigned orgs larger. Okay. there. What changed? Ah, we got a rapid response team for that. Okay. Let's just drink that for the moment. I might actually want that for assault alien asset. We need to void something. We'll void you. Sell the org. Now we got the appropriate mount. Parasite Master. So this is actually a pretty good one. The resistance one of the same tier was pretty useless. It was just the org you needed to go do the mission. This one's giving us Tame the Enemy, Controlled Nation, Purge, and Public Campaign all on one. Not that we necessarily need that on anyone at the moment. That'll be really good if someone dies. Assault alien asset might be a little bit more useful for trying to burn out some locations later. Oops, scrolled down too far. Yeah, I think we just want that org. No, actually, alien weapons. Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Our associates are now in charge.
Taking over a point in Syria. If we get both points in Syria, we can start moving to peacefully integrate it. I think low unity. And this is Singapore. So Singapore is definitely science funding. We don't need military. We don't
Mission
need
canceled.
welfare.
We've removed some threats.
Okay. There we go. So we got all our points in China. Full control of China. Means I can probably run a little bit more government in China. No problems. Yeah. Or more environment. Now we'll run the government. Nuclear attack. Romania, under control of the Protectorate, is firing at its enemies in Bucharest. Guess they are not appreciative of the American armies invading. So, I'm gonna have
Ready
you
for my mission.
purge there.
Removing our enemies.
Ready for orders.
Can I free up a slot on you? No, it'd have to be 2 slots. Can I free 2 slots up on you? Not too much of an issue. No.
Acknowledge.
How about on you? That's a little bit easier. I can definitely... Are you using that assassinate? It's like, no. You are using the stabilize, so we want to keep that stabilize. Oh, you don't have the Ferrocite mass emitter. Grab me the Ferrocite mass emitter. So now you're overspent on persuasion. So if you don't need the strategic communications, I don't think you do. Go ahead and sell that org. That opens up 2 spots for you. We can then give you this org, so you can assault the alien assets as well. And we'll give you some more commands so you're a little bit better at them.
Standing by.
Ready to go.
Ready.
You're on purge duty. Got full control of the Kale fight. Iran, Eurasia, India, China. Where do I want to be expanding next? Probably things that we can put into control of. Well, actually, probably just go Lebanon. Unless I'm going to brute force into United States of America, which is probably a bit of an ask. Yeah, we need a little more Republic campaigning there first. Just a little bit more Republic campaigning. Syria, we don't need any. We just... Hello, Syria.
Targeting the opposition.
Good morning, Syria.
Ready.
You can hunt the alien structures. And this is more to leave me with a bunch of ideas of what I should be doing when I come back on the next stream. Which will be in 3 days.
Ready to go.
Okay, you attack the last alien structure. And we're clearing the larger alien form deposits.
We're going in.
Yeah, still think that some of our guys are probably going to retire due to old age. We'll probably hand whoever replaces the retiree the Pharaoh Site Masters. We're not that rapidly, I think, going to be using it. Okay, so Noble Metals is definitely looking up. Once those new ships are complete, we should be able to pick up what's left of Mercury, which is Noble Metals, Noble Metals, Noble Metals. That's the main three things we're picking up down there. Four things we're going to pick up. So 4 habs down there, all provide Noble Metals. That should help to deal with our daily Noble Metal issues. So I can get them basically the super armored ships, which should be able to just brute force their way over to Jupiter. At Jupiter, we'll set up a location. Then they'll brute force themselves to the next system. We'll set up a location, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Because yeah, I want to jump over to these ships that basically can unilaterally just say, we're taking over the system. You get no say in it. And the big cost that's really preventing us from doing that right now is that they cost 700 nobles each. So right now we can build 5. I'd ideally probably want to build 10. Easy enough to fix. We just got to let the nobles stock up. So we are on the offensive. Mercury will soon be completely ours. Mars will be ours. I might have a little bit of mission control problem doing all that because that'll be a lot more mines. But then if we control Mercury, we can build mission control. Even if we control Mars, we can build mission control. That might put a bit of strain on the money, but we'll ping-pong around fixing problems, basically, is what we're going to be doing. We're in the home stretch. We've got the plan. The plan is that the Earth is not enough. We got 51% of the GDP. We need to get that 60%. I think I would not be surprised if that is take over America. Right, I could imagine America is like 9% of the GDP of the Earth.
Where to?
Not be surprised if America is 9% of the GDP of the Earth. They're 15 trillion GDP right now. So as it probably said there, what the balance is. 1,000 million billion. So we got 68 trillion. So that add 15. Which, yeah, that's about 10% of the GDP. So we take over the United States and we got the GDP. Yeah, we probably want to continue expanding just to make sure that no one, like, we'll be a little close with just the United States in addition to what we have. But take over the United States and continue to expand, and we'll hold 6% of the GDP. So we're on the home stretch. Take over the United States, which is what we're working with that public campaigning. Expand our super nations. I gotta get HABs with full tier 3 modules in Mercury, Earth, Mars. We have stations there already. Gotta go take over Ceres, take over Jupiter, take over Saturn, and then just blast the remaining enemy resistance. And we're working on the drives. The drives are going to let us go farther and faster with the less. Is probably the best way to think about it. I think we've already got a ship that if we were desperate, we could push to the victory on the existing ship engine. This is just going to be better and faster and quicker. Yeah. Victory is within sight. It is now time but to walk it home. And this is where we're going to bring the stream to an end. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, if all goes according to plan. Let me bring up the stream schedule so I can remind myself of what the schedule is going to be over the next couple days. We're still continuing the 3-part, 3-game, 3-night stream schedule. So we're basically cycling between 3 games until we either finish one of those games up or some of my extended family leaves town. So today was Terra Invicta. Tomorrow will be Panzer Corps 2. We'll be doing Case Blue. Wednesday will be Shadow Empire, continuing our Fontas Some Aliens. We're about 122 turns in at this point. And that one's actually, I think, moving in an effective direction, potentially towards victory. We'll see. We'll be back to play Terra Invicta on Thursday. We'll probably record 3 more parts. Panzer Corps 2 is not going to be done, so we'll probably be doing Panzer Corps 2 on Friday. Saturday, we'll probably be back to... Yeah, Thursday, Shadow Empire. Friday will be Panzer Corps 3 or Panzer Corps 2. Saturday will probably be Shadow Empire again, so we haven't finished Shadow Empire. And then Sunday will be Terra Invicta again. Sunday will also be when we begin the transition back to a 4-part, 4-day stream. So I've basically got the week planned out. And I wouldn't be surprised... actually, I probably would be surprised. We're probably not going to get this done in 7 parts. We might get this done in 7 parts. We'll see. We'll see where we are. See how quickly we can get things going. I've definitely, the mental plan in my head always moves faster than the reality does, is where I tend to be. If you have any comments that you want to get responded to, feel free to leave them. If you're watching on YouTube, YouTube handles async commenting pretty well. If you're watching on Twitch, this is probably the last opportunity of this stream to get them responded to. Before I go ahead and bring the stream down, I will respond to comments after the stream is over. Or after the recording is over. If you're watching the Twitch VOD later, I don't know how Twitch handles any circus commenting, but feel free to always hop over to the YouTube channel and leave comments over there. I do keep the save at the end of each of these recording sessions, so if there's something you want to see stats-wise, feel free to let me know. I can always load up this save and go poking through the stats. So I was thinking about that. Now I'm thinking about stats. What's the status of global warming? It is getting worse year over year, although it has slowed down. We moved up by half a part per million in CO2 over the last year. Has actually improved in atmospheric methane, a little bit worse than nitrous oxide. So yeah, not too worrisome. And there's about 9.2 billion people here. Yeah, we'll see if we can keep this going. So with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.